Prince Owusumoni Ajuma Madina, Xavier Sosu, and Otene Kano, MP Oho. And some now can be Oha. Anyway, Kofobi di Bibiashe baby. I mean, do say I will be a cardio ope, but you be monitor. John Dramani Mahama so to Nabano say, Yabusa and say Global Info Analytics, here you know, woman United so bet me a winning. On also say, everyone can see what the direction will be. John Dramani Mahama, Nessa or Vemopa. Because I say, I told Abani Bebre from Gold Coast era now to Fourth Republic. In 1992, Eba, Tuaba, JJ Fire, Omanpenyu Kufuaba, Atamil Saba, John Dramani Mahama, Aba, Nana Kufuada, Aba, say, or say, come back. Ma Yemra studio na yenim penyufo yenchuche yenkomo Dr. E. Amanolate, a senior lecturer, University of Education, and Miankasa Minia Bema, Dr. Daniel Nkrumah, Department of Language and Communication Studies, Kwame Nkrumah, Siapomu, yenim penyufo yenchuche yenkomo. Doctors, good morning. Pacho Mohoya dear. Ma Misha Semfru, so Dr. Nkrumah. Hey, you afternoon, Mon Fanchemi. And I say, oh, I was an opa. Anyway, Dr. Nkrumah, one monitor from an opana, Nese, Manzaka bear 5 hours. Don't free in noom, na ye. So far, there were tea, the wafa ballot paper, umoma to my bump and forma to a mabano. Or Obekan saying, observation a day.
Oh, no, I'm dancing. I'm medicating. It's a tea for any actual phone, and I'm gonna for more. And come on, fit an opportunity to got 2 light things almost 2 aba. I show me community power. We say I feed it. Be near Bresse. Omun judge on mobile uncle 2 aba, Monko, you will be your own pet emano. About 20 dear, make us say, Niquas one no. We share parties menu and parties menu in Kaina and this near people now. More can a con kind pan. Na we shall last rally some year, oh, I cry and cry now. It was a umunina many abripa. And say, Nibrina, I translate it, oh, almost 2 abanasos. Be any abri. Obia, ni motivational or the twabi, obi all feel say, Nema and call yes and or penal into Okoye protest vote. And Oko trauma among your core no feel say, or back power with my enya. A send near fata. Obi also feel say, I no, why ye, near so ye. Inti, because send cana, now a twasso. Inti, a nija a war about to me, bomb say, a baby pay your eye and fat basabase biamba. 1 or 2 issues biamba say me count 1 same year. Issues fat ballot papers are. Ebinum etom printi a yachiche omu no. Aye. Atwema kwawoma na I'll win. Na eni enyan kakra. Ebi say, ya muhwehwa a isi de to ewo printing of the ballot papers no. Na ye kɔ enim no, ese ebi say won say, ihihye bi wo a say yesesan wo sa printing wa. Esi den na ballots ni bi etimi free easy phone sim and a free printing houses need some echo top be answer to. I say me say be say ho. Ye say bitimi aso ano a. Do we need so many printing houses? I say ye sonny sonia ka so printing houses ye dey be use 2, 3 be per na that trim bring him kakra ni ahwe say security near very tight and bibia emfa tokobia mu mpienko to be answer to. E won hia pa. As some person boss here, issue of say 2 aba ni ewia say omo 2 aba no mkofia no omo hang around. Then am ran kan was adi we. Ade ko nja make kasa ni say ndra omampeni dada be ka say so 2 aba ni wia and that omo last rally no be ka say 2 aba ni wia na uni hwe wo fie a hang around na edu say ye kan abana na wa begina no ahwemu fefe na de ebesi
so mutu ya mo mu kofi
o se obi bi ya de obetuma kofie ne ya aba na endo aso Ashanti rest so be ka say otu aba ne wi a kofie na eminya kakra na mehu ni a eye mra kwan so say dia na mra ne kire say otu aba wi a say kofie na obetuma hang around na say mra ne nka say obetuma kofie a etimi hya wo say kofie na say sa issues ye hwe na ye kan ye asemi sa na angofa basa yo bia amba lesson ba kwa mi gidi say e benya wo sa abatuom ye the lesson of vigilance usha before abatu yi na ebenum ka say we die amunyaku we ni isi omo bo bra say ombe ye bukata bi na ombe dia chichim ko fonsa na ni nyina nkosi echi no ade a abada edi ni se amanyanko nyina ka se ombe bio mani na ma hwe abato no yi a na omo agent no ombe twani omo yie sano no omanko ye kana na bia obi ntimi wi aba se ni ana afare agent tai kan o se abato no so obedi nkunim a ewo polling station obedi nkuguo so a ewo polling station nti etwato an nyina ne se say yenye hu say amanyoko no omoye ne eso moye ewo monitoring ne agency na anya ade a obi abetimi awi abamu nana me de ma sem no beba ewie for now na
mesa about so Dr. Manon so utie de Dr. Nkrumah Kenya ni nyina eyitumi minim se onipa bia nso papa ye friend McClelland wona omuchiro the theory of needs or say baako ye need for achievement ope eni so ade hunu ope se wo hu bibi ope se onya bibi ne kasa me free ha say na ye bebo me dia fa ho need for affiliation menya ananka me kase me papa ne John Mahama na me papa ne na Akufo-Addo obi apesa but the toso me nsa no can need for power to me ni so chichemu eye organization na to me a ye pe ewo adwumam any national power na say to me a no say me pese mo de mame na me de boa oman no sa to me na wo mo se yentuma wo mo na mo de be boa ye no say wo hye ene ahopepre ne ntokwane na sifo ya na ebemu na so banfa so sa to me na ye de ma mo no
definitely so banfa so not just for omo ye tomo mo no but for us ye intimemufo faso e be ba ma ye say we see party bi obebia agenda omo person deba and when they come omo to me deliver on the agenda omo de buy was you be yi akwan no be yi akwan and when it was here and to more hospitals or Mercy hospitals was here and to more we say me ba me we all those things no I think say so buy em faso when we make the right choices na say omo ba no so be di no kre ama yen voters are then it becomes important who ban faso ma yesa ne say mandate the more any akandia ya dia more. Let us also bear in mind that political party be an government be no yen yetumi na dia ma no ya sama no akandia ya manu sika ya toka dia ma no ya ma no everything a ohia no de buman and it when they fail then ye ho kwan say be some questions is that say enyo mo mbotom sika e me no ye taxes are ye jeje ene de mom so mo fanye ne ka so be ye e de aman in yes emfaso de ho ban faso but the issues are when journalists are more appropriate the reports that are coming I find it quite interesting that in a stronghold unim say o staff o de o share batakari na o de ballot paper shim kura o counter aim to me encounter what will come for the other party. Why would they still do it? There is some mathematics in this that say ubenya 80,000 na benya 10,000 da me pay 2,000 come me 10,000 me 1,000 no ho national coalition a honum na za 1,000 500 200 17 20 no okay kabomu it may cancel be
presidential
exactly at the presidential level. Right. So the motive it might not be immediately to win power to win the parliamentary seat for candidates almost staff a ballot some the more especially in the strongholds. Nemum at the end of the day they are looking at situations on me cancel out especially at the national level And at the national level, politics, we know, is a game of numbers. These things, they count a lot. Now, campaign during voting, and they say, you know, I think, politicians are not much different. No, ebi monso omo pay asem unnecessarily. And that day, obia ojina queue muso okoto aba no. Or adwin be trimpo meeting okoto aba no. Most people, before they get to the ballot box, no, box is omo koto aba no. Roughly about over 90%. Omo nim omo koto aba no. So adai na obe pese while people are in the queue. You are campaigning. What people will be you are trying to influence them. Unnecessary or hard normal palm. And yeah, we thank the police service. Thankfully, I happen to be a member of the UTAC NEC.
Okay.
Now IGP invite NEC say especially for these elections. Or can say and I think we are seeing it. Or can say it will be up-to-the-minute information to the people of Ghana. And one thing that I believe the communication for him better is that say one information you give room for speculation. And in this case, my information, I think the major languages, Oma Bekasa, and inti I before at Yomodie, Gadangbe at Yomodie, Akan at Yomodie, and this is very important that as and when arrests are made, Omo informe, it reduces speculation. And I think Honorable Sosu, I think that he's using because you have the voice. Yeah. Yes. But I think that if he has evidence, police, police or Medina, said headquarters can't make it in a year. I think he should quickly do that. But the IGP caution and he say, Ujina baby, I'll be making some allegations. A bit inside one or two people. No? We should not entertain those things. And I think, Honorable Yebesreno, say information police stations are dotted around. On reporting so that it to be official, then they can take some actions. And I think we want to, so far, so good. It has been very peaceful. Major players, president, former president, and candidates of the NDC, MPP, candidates on Hong Kong for voting. It's candidates for parliamentary seats also. I think so far it has been very peaceful. No issue, with the exception of these little issues. And I think it has been very peaceful.
So we share time now at 12:36. Kokromotipo, your election headquarters. Yeguswa monitor the Ekoswo constituency polling stations, and then so Yeguswa monitor the Ebekosu Bianos here the Bebro. I said. So far, a brand TB ena yensa sonimu achima kwauma NDC youth organizer. Almost a friend Charles Fuku on any ba. You might say de ballot papers 76. Kwako shame. Nina so na womato yesusu se omato ama John Dramani Mahama Munsa kano I win and so a brand TB so yensa asonimu. Dr. Daniel Nkrumah, mamimbu sawe on say dear mani pakoto aba eye dear osusu se panyin no gidie ene nsem a oka se wo hwe abato we ya na wo compare the see ewo United States of America omoto abeya uhu insunsanso bi wo so if say na no omoto aba no obi a say we kire se John Mahama betimi a we nso kire se ye ne yenkrofo nie bibi say ewo nsunsanso directly and indirectly.
Jim did say there's a direct bearing be say was so directly be our election so which are 2020 said Trump Lucy and Uncle be Phyllis and Casan so no way politics so and Casan and Ado so Lucy. But so many Nadu Dinkunim in as much as say so discern any such influence no the bia say anymore I did hear near how amanyoko no be ye omo keka omo ho ene adwuma be ye na apobom be bo ama ye na ye to aba no e beka say o we adwuma oye no eso eni ye ntwa ne so ana we oba obe ye ne sin na we aye nti ye fa ma no ene hunya na wo de tutu ho a me ngin de say influence bia amanyoko na mo ga mo try somewhere try to hanga so we need the ambassador we need but this who did dear gonna say we need to be winner one shot
but any psychological thing be say you bet me to be a yapamono but possible say ebia obetimi asaba.
Oh definitely and the share psychologically there's a boost right for a lot of the people elected voters no some so but nana me repeat say do no mo to aba no so no anhwa America amanyoko ansem kra de omo adwin nu obi wo ti fanchire beko ono sori okọ na fu mo ni ade ekoso America ko ni into do no so an ade ehia omo pa e na omo so omo kwa mo nimde wo san ne ma no wanhwa na wakosku edu etire nti boni beka so o discerning ni na adwunu do nti on kase say Trump win nti say mama win at all cost and na Trump win nti man na do win because omo ye elephant dabi dudu na omo wo sa omo ye san tuntun no omo ye obi a na say omo akosku omo nimde omo timi discern omo timi analyze trends no nti enheda enyo omo so tumi biasa although marginally no of course statistically no one should be one should be no so some influence but me shempa anya there be count so much in our election
right yeah. Dr. Amano mamimbu say we say o share omunam communication expert o meka jo say papa bia a friend Stuart Hall ono kire say obi ka bibia ye wo nipakuo miensa wona o ye dominant oni the asem no ofane saa because what ase omunso me oppositional ne de o kan eye kra na esense ono nya adwen no obeka se da bi na negotiated te se de o kan o mutimi tena se analyze ansa no wagye atum so wo share a trend na ye wo traditional ya wo ato MPP mu ya wo ato NDC mu wo ye den ya obeto wona o me floating vote ye hu so mo percentage no ya na isu akakra ususu se 2024 elections we ye benya dodo na won betimi aka say enya se atuma ya woma to MPP mu na ya woma to NDC mu na mo me share de ekoso na mesesa mensa no na say bia me maintain because me susu say we ne betimi aboaye Ghana ye dru ho sa
ye dru ho say wo hwe campaign process here say wo ha attemdidie reduce drastically and personal attacks on persons say wo hwe no so abafom and now yeah, issue based, and I am excited about it. MNJ is having say, and which say, "Kememi be mamona ya fatu ya huswa ye di mo kwete Africa hanu." We are doing very well. It's an say issue based. Now, say na wodi kan traditionally there was some core voters for the NDC. Omo be some 43-44%. Omo no de we are NDC na wo to ama. MPP so they have. MPP or more core voters also ewenim kakra around there 45 to 47%. Almost they appear to be core MPP voters. Now, the percentage are friend of floating voters, and I say I think number it is rising with time. It's hard to say when you have the middle class going up, middle class one more suku ko school. Kakra ko enim ebu ho a wo no to MPP ana NDC mu de now so esane se wakosuku wanya nimdie wanya experiences bi wanya exposure bi no o hyase a question ne political tradition se me MPP ni a ade na me MPP ni school feeding ko say ekoye okay then fine me NDC but me school feeding is doing very well even though me NDC policy we ekoye let me support the policy for the sake of Ghana even though me MPP policy we beka say enkoye papa let me rethink and it's sa chunk of Ghanaian population omo analytical omo esusu asem ho ehwe the pros and the cons share the effect on their children on their children's children share those issues and the twaba there are some core MPP people they are not happy with the way and maybe call and they would want to take a decision. Say obetwama NDC there, and CPP, and say afafranto there, there be. It's an say ni moja ye blue, and you met nefi.
Okay.
And as a metwama parliamentary candidate, presidential no, me fa mobia. It's an say I don't see this person as helping us. So that population is also growing as we are getting more educated as a people. So critical mass now almost based on the merit of the case. And also Kosoro. And as a local
Kosoro. Mesa about so Mamenko Ascent Central. Na mene Alfred Amo Enchichen Komo. Alfred Oteminka Ascent Central about one echo say.
So I Kosoro. But Oko centers na na pano ne etifo di nkomo na say Oko centers na Adom ho amo to. But we the Koko boy na they compare usually about Oko so percentage and by this time na ban no na say we share the amount to name pay say beto abana wo form kakra former NPP General Secretary Owura John Webu Assistant Central ha no to na ba aba beto ne DM so no so ba am say the same observation and wenhu ma ye ne ni nkomo kakra na hwe so far na probo akoye no you in terms of turnout and other issues obeni woti yanka yemo akwaba eba Adom TV Adom FM any brands ahoduru nyina so.
Yeah, but you so now what to say?
Yes, we pa what probo what abans kura ewie. So far, generally about to the cost.
Oh, so far there has been generally peaceful as usual. I think central there. 7 January this is for my favorite mukra and kahaya to aba in here security wa hananka bibia koyi. There's numbers no na and said am my be jidi say call for a fresh fair almost say bi muko efuom ne name o my time say na call for be jin say queue ho chon be say oba be say ada je but there's no queue anywhere. There's no intimidation. Security services no ha me jidi say obi apa anya dia obi be obi bibia and so bi amra no be to ntem na yanko.
But what do we need to form so dia this say dia ha battle no e no hwe attendance no form.
So far, they want to be in Canada, but we compare the last 4 years now. Now I was so since but early days yet because the massive Ashanti region, just calling name papa. The message of we had rather count preco. When busy baby now about me a president now and the MP now development bed and just be get to be about me obey so I would him say anti nya dey o say obi atrefi kra ye meto wie na ye nkona afi ye hwe kwa be fasa ye ma o ma na konanim
Antivinia the ekosre obenyi ba konso ha obenyi ye mu akwa baba Adom TV so
ye nya
so am that won afi na wo ba be to de wo hwe arrangement from electoral commission so any all other stakeholders o monsa wom. So far, we
are very, very peaceful elections. So far, the already near when they just BBA for turn out to them say low as a but the best just in your normal thing should be any high, very peaceful, no more than Maba, no more coffee, and couldn't be the MPP there.
That's the great. Antivinia, Oba, Assistant Central, about 1 year course will be a peaceful, said the Eddie kind, Abu Haman, and come here, I said, Uber centers in Ibina, or more, electoral commission, my phone to horse, QBA in Honomo, and Nona, I'm so concerned, I started but about we are almost halfway through. Now, of course, attendance, never put any other. But early days, yes, yes, so and more, yes, other centers, and so, and to be at the top of Mubiano. Yebema yeti for also at in terms of numbers, any other issues there or more.
All right, Alfred Amo, that's it. And Kaiser Electoral Commission and our commissioner can say polling center biano at least maximum be 750. Inti idea you crani as here can kind of me I can kind of in temper. And Chebeko Nadowli West, maybe a Speaker of Parliament. Oto na abano na yene yensem chuni o honens wa twetwe enkomo enti I mean osha akabe almost 4 hours bi na yewie enya 750 no ya chichem ni ntina nkofo susu se queue ni ho a echese yento aba na because 750 dey say obi betimi ato na woko queue se dan ni ho anase nkofo pese omu hu sen no mu se nkofo to aba doc na.
Well, we over the years we are used to the situation.
Okay, Mpacho, Tobo Asemame. Na yenko Nadowli West. Prince Mahama, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you doing?
We thank God. I'm doing well here.
Well, we understand the speaker is also casting his ballot. So can you give us the update? What is happening at Nadowli West?
Yes, thank you very much. Here in Nadowli West, Sombo, precisely, that is where the Speaker of Parliament, that is his hometown, and that is where he always votes. Today, he has casted his vote at exactly 12:34 p.m., and he did so smoothly, and there was nothing that is wrong at the polling station. So he came, though we were anticipating for him to come around somewhere from 7 to 9, but he is a little late. He couldn't come around that time. And we were trying to speak to him, and he said due to personal reasons and the security guards, he can't even speak to media. So in short, the Speaker of Parliament has casted his vote successfully.
Well, as we are watching him cast his vote on TV, I want to understand that based on your observation, what was his mood?
Yes, his mood. He was in a good mood. He was very, very happy. He was even smiling and talking with, interacting with the people that also come to vote and the voting EC officials. He was even making some fun jokes, and people were laughing around. So his mood, in general, his mood was very good. He was very happy in voting. And he even made a comment that the place is very convenient for voting. There is nothing to fear about. And he was encouraging people to also tell others to come around and vote.
What has been the general turnout so far, getting to 1 o'clock? Are people coming out to vote, or we still recording a low turnout?
Oh, the turnout is very good. As at 7 a.m., they started, nothing went wrong. They didn't face any challenge. They started the voting at exactly 7 a.m. And then as at now, they are getting up to 340 votes. Yes, so the voting, the turnout is very good. And they're expecting at least 500 total number of voters at the end of the day. So the turnout is actually encouraging. People are still coming out to vote.
Let's talk about the security issues. What will be your comment on that? Is everything okay there, or we still have some packets of people who want to sow seeds of discord?
Yes, security here is very good. There is one police officer at the polling station, and there is nothing chaos at the station. So he was just there assisting people that they cannot vote. He always directs them to the presiding officer, and they assist them to vote. And as Ghana Armed Forces made a press statement that they won't be involved or they will not be appearing at the polling stations, right here at Nadowli, I can see, I testify that it is very true. There is no single military man here. All we are seeing are the police officers and a fire service officer. They are the security people that are guiding the election process right here at Nadowli Sombo.
Let's look at the influence of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia in that part of the country. Do you foresee any influence from the MPP, or you can say that this is a safe seat for the NDC traditionally?
I think the network is breaking. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you.
So I was asking the influence of MPP this time around. I know that traditionally has been a seat for the NDC. Do you foresee any change as we have somebody coming from the north who is also a Muslim? Would that do any magic for the MPP?
Actually, I can tell you that because of the speaker, Nadowli, or Kaleo, precisely he votes, MDC is always dominating. And as I stood here, people were speaking, and they were speaking in favor of the NDC. So I can just say that the voting process, I can't confirm, but what people are saying behind the scenes, they are just saying good things about the National Democratic Congress right here at Sombo.
All right. Prince Mahama, thank you very much for that report.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I was here at Adom TV, Adom FM, Insure FM, Asempa AdomOnline, social media, and so my catcher say, X, in fact, TikTok, Gen Z phone and so. Ye rahon to be a obenya kai say aha your election headquarters aha na results ni nyina no ye de bro ye ne no twetwe nkomo efri Nadowli kai say ho na speaker of parliament owo enti Nadowli na speaker of parliament and so ye ate so ato na ba no wan kasa but yenko akontajo ho o kai kwi south na ye ne twetwe nkomo akonta atemenka. Okay, and if I was here,
I have Okaikwe Central.
Okay, Central. All right.
Many a year Baba Siddiq, I was your mama NDC, a year parliamentary candidate. Now, a competition do a whole my just at the pro war for the working so far about the family. Now, me know Casadia, the dear Baku now, so Hoboko. It's a new now.
Oh, and then you come on now, Yembusano, on observations, you know, a man, you could man.
And I made the man now, women know, actually, a Comobia person will be sunny.
All right.
Okay.
Baba Sadiq, Adom TV, Adom FM, Israel FM, Asapa FM. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Baba Sadiq, what's your name? Okay. Election headquarters could promote power Sunni. Amansai.
Already, Bekaka.
Say there,
Say
there. Nami Busa say, what to abade?
I'm a 2 baby.
Na,
I'm a fan.
A Kobo 1 observation, dear. A Kobo 1 so far, what do we need FM? No, over can I say? Hello, Baba. Baba Jina baby, Kakramae, yes, sir. Baba Tienka. Hello, Baba Sadiq, Tienka ye.
Yeah, hello.
Say the Tienka ye.
No, so now, a catchy to the mama.
It's a can't so job baby and Nancy and Kay. Hello, Baba Sadiq.
Adom TV, Adom FM, live. So good, okay. Let me listen to say. Okay, that's hello.
Hello, Baba Sadiq, what's your name?
I'm told that here.
Aha, Nami Busa said so far do we need a buoy no, a cosse amount.
So far, it's so good. I'm a teacher and a partner because about and almost all the this is my corner. It doesn't be any major issues except few ones here about up. I mean, in unitary train, yeah, playing a hope is a semi shots, you know, in units are. Yeah, well, and it's a fun, yeah, we said it's because of the
all right, Baba, we wish you well. You better share from 5 o'clock, no. Okaikwe Central, I better hear because so. Akunta Joe.
Yeah, so far so good. The dear Makuna, and I tell Dankuna, you're going to find yourself. Obviously, no matter what about the dear Medjo, upon 1 now, about 12:30. I think you know, Mamma, HSA. The dear way, voted and also before about a process really, of the polling station really, 620. Only 200 now, as now. If you above by yourself, or maybe not 50, then we are obviously our peers as our Swabana. The Asubia and a millennium one. If you are better, you are.
Let me say, the Ayakonta Joe Monia Juma. Martin. In some true Ayakonta Joe and what's in Kawo Okaikwe Central. Na yenene twetwe nkomo Oba studio Dr. E. Amanolati, senior lecturer, University of Education, na Dr. Daniel Nkrumah here, lecturer, Department of Language and Communication Studies, Ewo Kwame Nkrumah, Siapomo. Doc, Pape Thomas Hobson, political scientist for the way they are be cool to know. Na ochre se ujai unipa like the state of nature. There will be chaos. Obiabe de ope. Enti ene yen yintum na yen fa etumi yen manipa baako. Na nipa no nso mfa ne bambo ne tumi ne nso mbɔ yɛn ho ban nti social contract ne bɛɛ mu yɛato aba 4th Republic yi JJ bai Kufuor ba hwɛ wase tenam ne ato 2008 hwɛ wase tenam ne ato ne asesa no 2012 okay yɛtoa so 2016 hwɛ wase tenam ne ato 2024 hwɛ wase tenam yɛtu foundation abatoɔ no ɛso aba mfaso ama yɛ biem ɛfiri sɛ obiara wɔ opposition ne ka sɛ okay mepatɔ meba na yɛnkɔ EC headquarters EC kasa nti yɛnkɔ headquarters ne yɛnkɔ tie deɛ EC nso ɛka na afei yɛaba studio
between 40 and 50%, and another 30 between 30%. We urge the good citizens of this country to continue to turn out in their numbers to come and cast their votes in these elections. All our BVDs are effectively working. After the initial hitches which were resolved immediately, all of them are effectively working, and we have not received any report on any more functionality as far as the BVDs are concerned. Our officials are also performing professionally. With the exception of one in Kintampo, a ballot issuer whose issue has just cropped up, and that person has been brought to book. Voting is continuing progressively. We call upon all our officials that the Commission will not leave any stone unturned to ensure that the right thing is done at all levels, and that any officials who will compromise himself or herself will be dealt with according to the full regulars of the law. And so, therefore, they must all take note and continue to perform their duties professionally. All the people living with disabilities, the PWDs and the vulnerable persons are also being well catered for. Our officers are there. The jacket for the blind persons are also there. And everything that needs to be done to support them to participate in this election is being done by our officers, as directed by the Electoral Commission. So we encourage our mothers, brothers, and sisters in that fold to go to the centers to cast their votes. They are being given preferential treatment at all levels, so they should not hesitate to go. There is effective security at all our centers, and anyone who would try to do anything untoward, I can assure you that will not be allowed to go scot-free. And so therefore, let us all abide by the rules and regulations governing these elections to ensure a very successful elections. So far, most of the party agents have been comporting themselves, and we urge them to continue to do that. Because if a party agent misconducts himself or herself, he can be sacked from the polling station. Secondly, they need to know that they are there to observe. If there has any issue, they need to report to the presiding officer for the necessary actions to be taken. The media, the Commission has provided 10,000 accreditation to the media. This is in the spirit of ensuring transparency. And we have been given access to all our levels of elections, polling stations, collation centers, both regional and then national, and even the constituency one. And so we call upon you, we expect you to work professionally, to report only the truth, and investigate and expose wrong practices, so that the Commission will be able to do its work in a very free, fair, and transparent manner. Commission has provided a toll-free line, 0800-324-324. This is in the light of transparency, and so we want and responsiveness. Anything that somebody do not understand, please just call. We have over 24 staff of the Commission standing by to receive your call, and to attend to you and provide all the necessary assistance that you will require. We are grateful for your continued support, and we want you to be with us throughout the period up to the end of the exercise. Thank you very much.
Kokromotipa, your election headquarters in call EC. Nasweye ena ode update kakra free hoba. So far, wakat say uyo bina ya wajin se ukwakoye rough. Ewo polling centers wa. Wasobeshi. Afenso yeni anima umedi dem kakra no persons with disability no so mokwa special treatment mubetimi atonentem or say polling agents for so far we making sure say emrano no mu de ye adwuma party agents no so obia comporting itself na problem dia amba afenso 10,000 in some trouble for one more accreditation ye de wa ha che say ebema nyoma ni mu nyina aye fine bibia ye be kan vita verification independence transparency accountability ni nyina na ye de adwuma e wo Kokromotipa your election headquarters kai say utie free Kumasi a haye insura 104.5 Accra Asempa 94.7 Adom 106.3 social media nso ye wo so Adom TV sunie your election headquarters Dr. E Amanola T senior lecturer University of Education, Dr. Daniel Nkrumah, a lecturer, Department of Language and Communication Studies, K University. Dr. Nami Busa will say, woman say for 2 minimum. Bia so ba or say on the bit me aboa. But won't say 4 years a bit during a Ghana phone so esu. Mi Busa say about one young Tony saying a bear then yaji umedi. O share womo promises. O share and sema womoka. Any say for sala say a kotua bano. And so bam for my.
What be be pa yeah asema ye nyina ya dwon several times say sama nyo sema ye kabima mi no mi nkebia am nyo sema aboan ya na aja me kan say the alternative no anya ade ayepe na ye under military rule 1992 na ye nyina ya ka say kabima mi mo na ye pe and I got to aba a new constitution. Say, sa constitution when I did bu your mind. Inti, and when I did a do person a be doing. If I saw also, one try for so who know directly, but Usha didn't we part who say for so a yano ye, as soon jana yano, and say development na ye nya no ye nyina na ya bom na ya kase ye pewi kwan we so na be se enam ye ko parliament a ye ka na ye pese e di esika yo ne ayo nti enye obakofo na waka se be se mi ko sa kwan we so nti nyina di echi nyina di adwen bom na ya take decision na ye se enam no e cha ebon nti wo ye denya so bi be di man so a 8 years, 4 years, 8 years, ebe pese ebe sisem. Na nipa so yesu ni e no sometimes no cha na afa de. Why is na ugidi za ya bosum bia na ya nyame bi. Na wo ka na ese ye yo. Nti yan fon so no na yan so ye weaknesses sometimes na eno na ma nam no ebon ntem. Ukwa ma no krampa ukwa abochi a so di 4 years 8 years I go was wanya de yansem na say UK almost the same Biden ba na say almost the same nti eno de say obeba afin na ya na 8 years echi be ka say oh yansem ya bre no and de enya de ehu sa because baby asa na esi nti na hu hia ne say amayoko ne back power ebedu brain all free power no na at least me say we just on footprint bia e ka say oh we dey wan born modern kakra ontimi e bibia at least kakra bit my no bi ba obeto aso na do be yi o difference aba mama say oba obeto aso abaye ade a ebetena afebo mama so ba ye obeye ne ese oye efata oye ne ma bebre angofo ebo ni sese na mama ba ye no ono so bo adwuma Pampinyi mills by also Bojuma. Inti I didn't the unyano fines about miss benya baby weakness kakra wo I should ankoye wa but by and large no system if you say as we progress no a be fine tuning no it's not a perfect system right as a year progressing a be fine tuning
ye be ba so enche ye be ba Dr. Manon so enche but yenko adanse asokwa KT Hammond Nimpesua so Isaac K Nomenyo Pozo adanse asokwa te sen
na me Adom kodo bibia ekoso
na odi wani famu no bibia ekoso kama security te sen kofo to aba
nana oba be piemu ewo adanse asokwa abato mpesua so dia meka se ewo form beto aba no ewo form pa ye asan se nim se amanfo peso mo twen na afibe no miensa kono beba dia nintimi enchre aninti enama omo acheck akane dia nintimi enchre ko police stations bi wo ho a sisi ekobo be donko apa ho ye ko no mienu nipa a register ewo centers no eye bia 389 and normal register na sisi am no ka se no ebinom nipa beto eye 117 ebi 200 baby eye 115 ene ho kwadiaba ena manfo atimi aba betoto aba ewa ha na uhwema wudru baby a ya na ubisa nipa ne bitimi ka ka be gina hwa obebisa na won nkoto na wato o so mekra de mento no asa fan na chi na ko bisa se die nti no won to so a wontimi enkyere na mo be piemu adanse asokwa bato mpesua so a nipa ne on benya akwanya ato aba o mensiri no mu nyina eye 43915 43915 and then on benya akwanya to aba wa adanse asokwa mensiri yemu ebi oni nyina ewo 96 police stations and ewo mensiri no mu ha a on beto aba no 96 police stations I ewo 27 electoral areas and on beto abano na me bo proboni ye kakra eko nkroni bi se akwansrem adanse asokwa adiemra ene tiube bi efemu eprewura brofood ene ehunkodaba asisia nche ye besa tie simu afa aboabo ene ne nkwadaba no ye be wura ho so nya hwe de hosiko me ka se ewo fom bambo no de emu ayere ewa ha police for no omo ko patrols ko na friends
right
immigration fire service na prisons for no so omo so hwe omo de gina police stations no.
All right Pozo ye besa about so yen sanko easy aso ye na yenkotie o kasa na yenti de o ka kire.
I want to put on record that the Electoral Commission did not lose guard, and we have never lost guard. We engage temporary officials for such exercises. And as you are aware, we have engaged over 40,000. There was whole polling stations, 40,000. I'm talking about polling. We have 40,648 polling stations. Multiply that by 5, it gives over 200,000 officials. These are all temporary officials. We recruit them and train them. But as you are aware, as human beings as we are, some people may always want to come out on their own purpose. But the system is such that if you do that, the system will expose you, as it has done. And so when such a thing happens, we deal with the person according to the law, the requirements of the law. So it is not the Electoral Commission that lost guard, but rather it was one of officials who decided to go against the directives and the training that we have given to that person. I think that was the only question that was left for me. So, thank you so much. But we have sent a warning to the remaining officials. Anyone who does anything untoward will be taken care by the law.
Yes, with the validating stamp, we have 2 validating stamps with 2 different numbers. We haven't, you don't have parliamentary or presidential on any of the 2 validating stamps. I hope you get me. So they are just the numbers. So you can use any of the numbers for either the presidential or the parliamentary. We haven't written presidential or parliamentary on any of the distinct validating stamps. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mokwaba EC asoye na ye kofa ensem ne nyina ne say EC nso ye transparent. Wakatre say de ebekoso bia no obema ya kwenya na ye hu de ekoso enti up to speed ba ne nyina no nso na ye nsem tro for ye nso ye wo ho a ye ma wo update no ye betwa ye ho kakra bi na yakwaba na ye ba na ye ne mpanyifo a wo studio no nso Atwaso, Kokromitu Power, your election headquarters. Yeah, Basisi.